and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Today I'm talking about people who don't like drinking water and if water is truly necessary to hydrate your body. 70% of clients, when I work with them, I've found when we discuss their hydration and water intake, often say to me, yeah, but I just don't like drinking water. I drink plenty and I feel like I'm hydrated, but I don't like drinking water. I don't like the taste of it. And most of the time they're coming to me because they feel tired, their fitness levels have depleted, they've got conditions, they've got problems, they've got gut problems. And if they were bouncing around and having a great life, obviously they wouldn't need me. So let's look at water, hydration, and if you actually need water to be hydrated and if there's a way of living healthily without taking water. It's also apparent to me over the years that it is amazing how many people think that they drink over 2 litres of water a day. And they say to me, oh Lord, yes, I mean, obviously I drink tea and coffee and other drinks, but yeah, I love water, and or I don't like water, but I make myself drink at least 2 litres of water a day. And when I ask them to actually go measure how much water they're actually drinking, the measurement comes up drastically less than 2 litres. Some people can literally go to the tap, have 2 glasses of water, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and for some reason they feel and they think that they're drinking an awful lot more water than they actually are. This is something that we all need to look at. It's not just thinking that we drink enough water, it's actually measuring and taking enough water. Or do we? Well, let's look at that. I want to ask you all to ask yourselves, would you bathe in dirty pond life? Would you, instead of having a shower in clean water every day or a bath, would you go, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm going to pop down to the local pond that's a bit stagnant and I'm going to go and bathe in there and expect to get out feeling nice and fresh and squeaky clean and bacteria free? Would you expect to be able to do that? So let's look at what I mean by bacteria-ridden pond life. Let's look at how the body utilizes hydration and water. So basically, water is vital for life. Hydration is vital for life. That is a given. The body needs hydration, and every cell in your body needs hydration to be able to reproduce. Cells divide in our body so that we're able to age and we're able to grow as children and develop and to renew ourselves all the time. And depending on what cell in your body is dividing, whether it be a skin tissue cell or an organ tissue cell, these reproduce and happen at different times. Some of them reproduce literally as often as every couple of weeks, some months, and some years. And every cell, when it reproduces, basically divides itself into 2 daughter cells. So from every parent cell, 2 cells are reproduced. Now, for a cell to live efficiently and in a good environment in the body, it needs to be in a clean environment. And that's where water and hydration comes in. Hydration is vital for cell life, and those cells can only divide and only operate properly with the right hydration. So what happens to cells when they don't get a good environment? When they don't get a good environment, literally cells start to get damaged, and then they reproduce in a damaged form. And then if those daughter cells are in a less than optimal environment, those daughter cells can become damaged, and those daughter cells reproduce as well. So you can see where we're going with this. It's kind of like a domino effect of bad cells being reproduced. So let's look at if we don't have enough hydration in our bodies. Well, hydration is vital, we know that, but let's look at the type of hydration. The bottom line, and bringing the big guns out here, is that if you're not flushing and cleaning your system and allowing your body to flush itself, you are basically harboring a very toxic environment. And I like to use the analogy that literally if you are not flushing your body inside, if you are not drinking enough water, if you're not taking in at least 2 litres of water, plus any other drinks you would have, your body is then going to be in a state of pond life. Without optimal hydration, the body will store water. It will store hydration. And whatever hydration it can get hold of, it will store, and that becomes toxic and basically like pond life. If your system is toxic and it is operating in an environment of toxicity in pond life hydration, it means that nothing is clean, nothing is flushing it out, and that is called water retention. That is why a lot of us, as we get older and strive through life, we end up carrying more weight than we actually have, because it is literally being held on to toxic water for our bodies to utilize, because our bodies are not getting hydrated enough and they're not getting flushed and cleaned enough. So with this toxic pond life water retention, what happens is the cells that need this hydration are being hydrated with this toxic pond life, and then they are getting damaged. And unfortunately what happens is when damaged cells collectively grow into a large environment, this is where typically diseases start, conditions start. Even in our brains through toxicity can literally affect our cognitive function, and in the end this starts to disease our minds. We get dementia, we get forgetfulness, all sorts of things can happen. Cancers are caused by defective cells and a buildup of defective cells. So it is vital that we try to keep our systems clean, optimal, so that our cells can reproduce, and they can reproduce cleanly and be given the best environment to do that effectively. So to break it down, drinking water is literally basic housekeeping. If you expect to keep the outside of your bodies clean with a clean water shower or bath, then why would you expect the inside of your body to be able to survive on sugary drinks with chemicals in, like aspartame and sucralose, and which are all just chemicals, tea, coffee, things that are high in caffeine, such as energy drinks, alcohol, all these things. Literally, yes, there is a quantity of water within them, but the rest of it is very acidic, and it will turn your body acidic, and it will not flush out and hydrate it properly. So the body will hang on to this water retention, and that water retention becomes toxic. So how do we make ourselves like water? Well, you just have to do it. And the easiest way to make yourself get as much water as you can and as much hydration during the day is to buy a bottle, a litre bottle, which is just designated to water. Nothing else goes in that bottle. And you fill it in the morning and you sip it throughout the morning. And then in the afternoon, you fill it again and you sip it throughout the afternoon. Often water becomes unpalatable because people say, right, drink that glass of water, and they stick a pint or a half pint and they say, right, get that down you. And that's a lot of liquid to just try and chug down. And if you don't like the taste of water yet, that's really not appealing. So the best way to start is to have a bottle that you know you've got the quantity in there, and you just pick it up and sip it throughout the day. Just sip, sip, sip. And that's how you get the quantity into your body. And when you first fill that bottle of water, I want you to visualize that water, that clean water going into that bottle. You are going to start sipping that water, and you're going to visualize a flushing going through your body where it's pushing out this dirty, horrible, toxic pond life. And to start with, you're going to be on the toilet a lot because your body has been so used to not having this fresh, clean water to flush itself with. It doesn't understand. It can't rely on getting this quantity of water every day. So for the first week or so, your body is going to go, no, I'm not going to utilize it, let it go, and you are going to be on the toilet all the time. Okay, it's still going to hang on to that water retention, the pond life, because it knows it's got it there. It knows it can actually utilize that. But then after you keep giving it this water, a couple of weeks will go by and your body's going to go, hey, I can rely on this now. I'm getting regular clean water. I'm not going to wee this out anymore. I'm going to start utilizing this. And then it's going to start utilizing the water, hydrating your system. It's going to push the pond life out. It's going to clean your system, and everything is going to start optimizing itself. Your brain is going to become clearer. You're going to feel more, have more energy. You're going to feel better and lighter, and the water retention you've been carrying is going to start to deplete. So you're going to feel so much better, and guess what? You're going to stop going to the toilet every 10 minutes. Your body is going to regulate itself and use this hydration properly. Then after a month or two, you're going to go and visit somebody, you're going to go into their kitchen or their house, and they're going to say, do you fancy a drink? Do you fancy a cup of tea? And before you know it, your body's going to say, just a glass of water, please. Thank you. Because your body is going to tell you it wants that water. And all of a sudden, you don't hate water anymore. You actually love water. And your body is telling you it loves water. Thank you for watching. This is the Pain Free Tribe. I'm Lucy Roberts. If you found this video interesting, if you found the information in it useful, please hit the subscribe button and a like. It helps our channel enormously. The more people that like it and subscribe to it, YouTube will then put it in front of a bigger audience for us. We're very new. We're not great at the moment, so you're going to have to forgive us, but we're going to get better and better and better at this every video that we do. So please stick with us and subscribe. Thank you so much. There's going to be a link below to my newsletter where I cover exactly what's been in today's video. It is all about hating drinking water. It's a newsletter that I put out every Sunday to subscribers. It's completely free to subscribe to, and it'll bring you every week helpful tips and hacks of little things you can do to stay healthier, get more energy, fitter, all sorts of things. Please hit the link and subscribe to that too. Thank you for being here. See you next time.